Okay, afternoon. How are you, Jaya?
I'm fine.
Okay, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Alright, my name is Jayachitra. So I'm staying in Seremban, working with FSB for more than 5 years, stationed in TSD department for 5 months, and I need to be resigned. Need to be resigned. I'm leaving soon. So what my team are trying to do here is that they are trying to recap, they're going to capture, so that this will be the tools or material for the new incumbents or the new persons who are taking up my role soon,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Let's go to question number one. How do you explain yourself as a CA coordinator role in a CA framework?
Okay. C is a very new for me. Basically, I can say also the CA role also something very new. But my past experience, what I can say, can try to link up to the CA coordinator's role and functions. Basically, I'm from HR backgrounds, who have been done training and development for some times. So my experience in the training, coordinating, liaising with the peoples, planning, the management's reporting, analytical skills, analysis certain situations and come up with the problem solving. It's something tools that I say that it's straighten up me in the role as a CA to the TSD department. Yeah, it's true enough that I'm a CA coordinator, which I feel basically when I came in, I'm not sure what's the real task CA will be because this is very much new exposure positions for me. But at least at the end of this, actually, it's a very big umbrella which is tied up in the training persons. If you are doing a training coordinations or training coordinator, you are able to pick up the CA roles. The most important role as a CA here is that you need to be a oriented person, a driven results person who able to do a planning and execute the requirements and needs in a CA roles and objectives.
So, what are your core tasks as CA coordinator?
Okay, as I said that earlier, that my CA,
Task.
I say the core task is managing the CA. What I mean here, managing is mean that you need to be able to plan. You need to be able to meet the requirement because you are engaging with our inter stakeholder, that means our direct employee plus with the external stakeholder, that is your opito. So what I'm saying here is that our core task is that you have to ensure all our stakeholder, especially those are involved in the WAM or those who are involved in the CA role, meet the requirement and able to run or able to do or able to carry out the task as written in the CA role and also as was written in the CA manual.
Okay. What's your so-called routine, basically? Daily, weekly? Do you have a specific set of routines that you do on daily basis, weekly basis?
Okay, basically I will say that I need to be able to managing the CA. So here routine job is you always have to go back and review back what is the achievements, what should be you have done in order to encourage our people. You need to be give a moral support. You need to be liaising with closely and monitor the tracking of the each achievements of our technicians or wherever we're going to be the scope of the hospital later on. The main routine is that you have to open every files. You have to see their tracking. you have to also keep track your systems, updating, uploading, and you have whatever that you can do the coordinations on the planning. You have to make sure that every member of the CA role, even is a candidates, OM, or is IB or assessor, meet and are competent as the CA requirements.
So what's sorry, you have anything else? Okay. So what's your KPI and what's your biggest achievement this year or 2022 so far as a CA coordinator? Your KPI and your achievement for year 2022.
Okay, I won't say my achievement. I would say overall as a biggest TSD department achievement. We met and we able to achieve our OPITO accreditations in September 2022. I think that was the very biggest achievement because every one of us is working very hard to get the OPITO certifications for FPSVs. So that is the biggest achievement. The rest of the thing is that everything drastically taking place, the changes after the audit. So we have a lot of planning, we have a lot of upgrading been done in order to meet the requirement or the standard of OPITO.
Okay. So who are your stakeholders as a role of a CA coordinator? Who do you normally liaise with on regular basis?
Okay. My stakeholder, basically the main are the internal FSD, that is our operations. So all of them, operations in the facilities of Yuki, Puteri, Mampu, Dulang, PFLNG and Benchamas. They are our main stakeholder as an internal. And externals are always involved in OPITO's company, OPITO's branch in the KL, or OPITO's person, or OPITO organizations. And also those who are liaising with training provider. So they are also our stakeholder as an external party. Right.
What are your biggest challenges in dealing with stakeholders, internally and externally? What are your biggest challenges or some of the challenges you face?
Okay, let me talk about our internal. The biggest challenging has the CA coordinators in implementing the CA. First of all, is human. Okay, I do understand that this CA program is something that they are not carry out the assessment during the working time. So all this depends after their break or after they have completed their working period. So as a human, always people say, why should they have to be assessed? Why they should be? Because this is the carry out in their job. They've been paid, they've been worked for the job that they're doing. But when come for assessment, it's something extraordinary they have to do to make them to realize that this particular exercise carry a value or added a value or added the wages for their task they're doing. Is something is challenging for me because they are not able to understand the directions of the CA here. So as a CA coordinator, I have to give a lot of on the part of briefing or explain to them the importance on the CA and give awareness why CA needed for the overall for the individual and also for the overall of company achievement. So meaning say that first task, break their eyes on the understanding of a CA, their awareness, their role as a CA. It's not only falls under TSD department, it's 100% accountability by themselves. What I mean here, themselves is the CA role player. So even it is a candidate, assessor, IV, OM, superintendent, everyone need work together. So that one, the first thing is the awareness. Second thing is that how we CA coordinator request them to do the WAM completion according to their KPI objectives. So this is another challenging. Every day we have to work together with their close line managers, talk to them, talk to the superiors. So lucky enough, we have a lot of method that we can do here. We can use via WhatsApp, email, calling them, or even directly you can see the operation manager, discuss to them, and whenever they need the support, whatever they need you to, you have to be ready to fulfill their requirements or to extend your help to them in order for them to complete the WAM. Another one thing is that the quality of how they do the WAM. We are still in struggling to educate them on the quality of reporting or collecting the evidence and the records. So we as a team have decided that we are planning to do digitalized ECMS for help our people or our stakeholder to do better qualities on the WAM completions. So this is one of a few things that I would like to highlight the challenging and how we overcome it.
Okay. Any improvement that you have specifically for the organization, for the department when it comes to CA implementation as a whole?
Okay. Actually, I'm a person type who doesn't like to see a lot of papers on my table. I always like to minimize and the workload or the wastage of papers on my table, or do I have using the paper. So my mentality always there. We need a system. We need something that to help it out, not only me and also to the department and also to the stakeholder or the CA role, so that this tools is very important for them or for me to upload or to track or to monitor all these things. So that's why I'm really work very hard to try to develop as much as possible using my past experience, but not fully on a CA, but try to jive and try to meet the requirement of OPITO and develop with our external the provider to enhance the system in a better way and a better systems to work out. So I can say that's the ones I'm really or my team are really working hard for that thing.
So what's your tips, advice, or any pointers for the newcomer who will be the next CA coordinator in this department for the company or for the organization as a whole?
Okay. The tips, first of all, no matter what field you are, no matter from where you are, even you are freshie or even you are experienced people, the first thing that you have to put in your mind that love the CA, then the CA will love you. So it is very interesting actually. First tips that you need to be really take into the consideration is that read the Bible of CA manual. That will be help you a lot. And with the help with a team like Aiza, Sol and Shaira, this will be very also interesting for you to move on and to see or to the betterment of the CA. And the second tips that I like to say is that be very creative. Now you're going to deliver, because you can't be like very classic people deliver the item or what CA, because it's quite boring if the elderly people or the younger than you who are going to take a CA, because it will be something boring, but you need to be very creative. How did you want to deliver, or you want to pass the message to them? Make it something interesting, maybe a joyful type, because you have to understand, if you go word by word, it's really classic, it's really boring. So you have to be jive enough so that you deliver in a different way. Think out of box. No matter when you are doing the systems, or no matter you are doing your paperwork, or no matter how you deliver with the people, make it see something interesting. So I think people will work together with you.
Okay. So now it's the time where we will have some demonstration on how we use this system of ECMS.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We will need your help to demonstrate that.